Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach IELTS here in Lahore. Well guys, once again I welcome you to a very important IELTS video, and this video is on report writing. At times you just wonder how to write a report and how to write a sentence structure in the report that is going to give you the maximum band score. So in this video I'm going to analyze the sentences that give you 5 band, then I'm going to analyze the sentences that give you 6 band and 7 band score as well. So there are 3 sentences or 3 types of different sentences, 3 structures: structure for band score 5, structure for band score 6, and structure for band score 7. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to write a complete report, and then we are going to analyze different parts of that report, and we are going to see for band score 5 how are the sentences written, or if you write like that you'll get 5 band, and in order to get 6 or 7 band how your sentence structure should be. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, go ahead, subscribe and click the bell icon. This video is going to be very important. Through this video you're going to get to know the difference or the line between 5, 6 and 7 band. So let's take a start. Alright guys, let's take a start with line graph. We've got this line graph, and question 1 is birth rates in China and the USA. So this line graph is about birth rates in China and USA, and writing task 1 is you should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The graph below compares changes in the birth rates of China and the USA between 1920 and 2000. So birth rates of China and USA between 1920 and 2000, and then you got to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features. They say main features means you don't need to talk about all the data, you need to talk about the main features and make comparisons where relevant, and write at least 150 words. Now I just want you to take a look at this line graph. Birth rates in China and USA, and we got 2 lines, you can see there, and in actual exam this is going to be in color. I've got the black and white thing, but you will have this in color. So this is all about it, USA and then China, right? And the birth rate 1920 to 2000, and you can see 0 to 25. So these are the years, and this is the birth rate 25 and all that. Now on this we are going to write a report, and we are going to write band 5. We're going to compare band 5, band 6 and band 7. So let's just start with model sentence structure. You can see this here clearly. For band score 5, the sentence structure is their graph shows. Now see how weak the sentence structure is. Their graph shows some similarities between the birth rates of China and the USA from 1920 to 2000. Now this is IELTS band 5. For band 6, see how the sentence structure is improved. Here they say the graph provided means the graph given reveals some surprising similarities between the Chinese and the US birth rates during the period from 1920 to 2000. This is better than band 5 one, so this will get band 6. For band 7 plus, if you want to get 7 plus, then the structure is a glance at the graph provided reveals. A glance, see, good vocabulary. A glance means a look. A glance at the graph provided reveals some striking similarities between the Chinese and the US birth rates during the period from 1920 to 2000. A glance at the graph provided reveals, then striking similarities, striking is good word, between the Chinese and the US birth rate, and then it's the same. Okay, now let's go on. Sentence number 2. So this sentence structure you need to learn. 5 and 6 you have to avoid, and 7 plus you got to learn. Sentence 2 says, clearly the birth rates of both countries fluctuated dramatically. Although this sentence structure is good, but this is for band score 5 and this 5 band is out of 9. Clearly the birth rates of both countries fluctuated dramatically, with lows in the 1940s and highs in the 1950s. Now you can just take a look. Lows in 1940s means they were low in 1940s and highs in 1950s. You can see that. Sentence number 2 is IELTS 6 band. It is evident. Now over there they said clearly, but over here they say it is evident that the fertility rates, instead of birth the new word is fertility, that the fertility rates of both nations, for countries they are using the word nations, fluctuated considerably. Instead of dramatically, the good word is considerably, with lows during the 1940s and highs during the 1950s. Now let's take a look at 7 plus. It is evident that both nations, now both nations means both countries, saw considerable fluctuations in fertility. See that this sentence is different. For band 6 you said it is evident that the fertility rates of both nations fluctuated considerably, but it is evident that both nations saw considerable fluctuations. This is a noun phrase. Infertilities, with lows during the 1940s and highs during the 1950s. So I hope you will get the clear idea for band score 5, 6 and 7. Sentence number 3 on the same report for band 5. First, China's birth rate increased from about 10% in 1920 to 15% in 1935. Then it decreased. See, simple words, increased, decreased and all that. Okay. Now let's go on. Sharply to just 5% in 1940s. For band score 6, the structure is China's birth rate increased from approximately. Now about is actually for 5 band. Approximately is appropriate for 6 band. From approximately 10% in 1920 to 15% in 1935. Then plunged. Instead of decreased, they use the word plunged to a low of just 5% in the 1940s. This is for band score 6. Now let's see, what do you need to do to get 7 band in writing? For band score 7, 7 plus, increasing from approximately 10%. Now see that this sentence, and then first China's birth rate increased from about, China's birth rate increased from approximately, but 7 plus band is increasing from approximately 10% in 1920 to 15% in 1935. China's birth rate then plunged to a low of just 5% in the 1940s. Alright, let's go on. We got the next sentence structure. For sentence 4, band 5 is, then the US birth rate increased markedly to over 15% in 1950. They say then the US birth rate. For band score 6, it can be, there was then a marked increase. Marked increase, this is adjective, this is noun. So it means if you use adjective noun phrase, that is better. There was then a marked increase in the US fertility to over 15% in 1950. And for band 7 or 7 plus, the US then saw a marked increase. The US then saw a marked increase to over 15% in 1950. So these are some of the sentence structures which are really good. Now we go on, and I'm going to tell you some vocabulary, academic vocabulary, which you can just see here. And this book is very useful book. This is IELTS Right. So in this book they've given very nice things. Okay, basic vocabulary, intermediate, advanced. Advanced is this one. Basic is show, advanced is reveal. So you must use reveal. Basic is increase, intermediate is rise, climb, grow, and they've not given any advanced, so it means this can be used here. Basic is increase as noun. V for verb, N for noun, rise, and growth, that is noun. Decrease, fall, drop, or advanced is decline. Sharp is basic. Dramatic, intermediate, that is also adjective. And advanced is rapid, considerable, exponential, and marked. And these adjectives can be converted to adverbs as well, like rapidly, considerably, exponentially, and markedly. Yeah, they've given already. Sharply is adverb, dramatically is intermediate adverb, and advanced adverbs are rapidly, considerably, exponentially, and markedly. So you need to use the words which are given in this column. Fall sharply. Now fall sharply is decrease dramatically, that is intermediate vocabulary, and advanced vocabulary is slide away. Slide away means decrease dramatically. Plunged, or plunge is the verb, first form, second form can be plunged. And for intermediate vocabulary, gradual, instead of gradual it's better to use the word steady. Gradually is adverb, steadily is adverb. About is basic word, so try to avoid about in your reports. Instead of about, you can use the word approximately, somewhere in the vicinity of, approximately 1000, somewhere in the vicinity of 1000. Alright guys, that's all. This was a little overview and the difference between the sentences of bench score 5, 6, 7, rather the difference among the sentences of bench score 5, 6, 7. So you have to follow them. Welcome back. Well guys, academic IELTS candidates, you now know very well how to write sentence structure that is going to give you 7 bench score. So now you need to practice and try to use this type of structure so that you get 7 bands straight away, and then you fly to your destination country and enjoy your life there, study there, have fun with your friends and with your colleagues, with your international friends which you're going to make there, right? So thank you very much. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe the channel, my channel actually. And I have another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs, you can subscribe to that. And I have a Facebook page, Asad Yaqub IELTS, you can like my Facebook page as well. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given, you can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.